So I want to go back to a phrase that you use in your book called "Gray is the New Black." And we've touched on it a little bit, with the increase in the population of 60 plus. There's so many ramifications of that in healthcare, right? You talked about chronic disease and the need for more. Sometimes there's a perception that this 60 plus generation or population isn't so technologically savvy, and they're not using the iPad. They're not necessarily wanting to text with their vendors that they're working with or healthcare providers. So talk a little bit about maybe some of the myths and misconceptions that we have on the attributes of this gray population.
Yeah, so myth number one is that it is a small segment. And of course it's not, because numerically it's becoming really big and it will be the largest. Myth number two is that they have no purchasing power. Look, in the United States, 80% of the net worth is in the hands of people above the age of 60, 80% of the net worth. Which, by the way, also triggers another issue, which is inequality, right? I mean, that net worth is not evenly distributed. And that's, I think, an important consideration for healthcare organizations. A third myth is this lack of familiarity with technology. Now, this will be, even if it's true, or if it were true, the problem will be taken care of as time goes by, right? Because now we're seeing baby boomers going into retirement, turning 65, 70, 75. And of course, many of them have used IT at work. So they are capable of using phones and iPads. And look, the pandemic has also invited many people who were reluctant to use technology, right? So the pandemic, I think, also marks a before and then after. And then the last myth, which I think is something that we need to carefully examine in terms of its implications, is that people above the age of 60 have a different lifestyle than people below the age of 60. This has changed because, as you know, it's not only that the lifespan has increased, that we live longer, it's also that the health span has increased, meaning that a 60-year-old, a 65-year-old, a 75-year-old today has a much more active lifestyle than somebody of the same age 2 generations ago or 3 generations ago. So that's also something that is a myth, that these people are different. No, they're not. A 70-year-old today can, have a lifestyle that is as active or even, more active than that of a 50-year-old. So I think we need to change our mindset about some of these, inherited stereotypes from the past.